Okay, I'm standing out in the garage in front of the Wall-O rods here because I just got done with a trip float tubing around a lake here in Northern California, one I can't get my boat out on, which my boat's still broken, so it really doesn't matter. But it's got some giant bass in it, and we had a really good time. We were only out for 3 or 4 hours. Got a little sunburn, got a little baked, top of my knees. Sunblock's important, top of your ears and back of your neck, all those good things. Anyway, caught some good ones, primarily using jigs, the Dragon Custom Tackle jig, along with the Grande Bass Mega Claws for a trailer. That's just what they were chewing. Caught a couple fish on some little small swim bait things, you know, but pretty much it was fun. We had a good time. I caught one that was probably, if it wouldn't have been so deflated, and you'll see in the video, it would have probably been pushing 7. You know, or 6, 7 pounds, but it was post-spawn and super skinny. So here it is, and enjoy. First one, if you saw the video, I cast it in and I got bit and I never set the hook. And Wes, there's another bite. Oh, wow, that's a better fish. Wes was like, cast back in there. So I did, and that's when I got the big fish. This is a good fish, Bill. Wow. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, come here. Woo, that's a nice one. Look how skinny it is though. It's that jig, that Grande Bass trailer on there. Getting waked out as I'm trying to get the jig off, rods falling in the water, all kinds of goodness. There we go. Wow, see that one? That's probably, I mean, skinny, it's only about 3.5 pounds, 4 pounds maybe, because there's nothing to her, but she's got that 8-pound head on her. I thought they drained the lake this year and did a bunch of weed abatement.
They might have run that thing through the lake. You know, I haven't been inside, so I don't know, you know.
The weed harvester or whatever?
Yeah, no, actually it's just a kind of a long boat with this, you know, 200-gallon tank in it, and they pour this ground shit in the water.
Oh, it's that weed killer. There's one. Yeah, just off of that. This is another good one, Bill. Quick release. Did you see that fish come up? Oh, that was crazy. Catch anything, man? We caught a few. I'm just doing a jig right now. They're kind of out. You got to get beyond the weeds. The weeds and then in the shades. So if you like underneath that dock next to you, that might be a pretty good spot if you can get up underneath there. Or next to it even, you know. What are you throwing? Here, let me see what you got. Lots of bass. I caught one a minute ago that was probably 4.5, 5 pounds. Right out kind of around the corner there. So what are you using? Oh yeah, that'll get tangled up in the weeds for forever. Do you got anything that's like a little worm or anything?
Yeah,
Lizard? Here. Let me, here, I got some stuff, I'll help you out. All right, not that. Let's cut all, can you let some line out? We'll cut this off and I'll tie on something brand new for you. Cool, I don't want you to lose all this. Here, I got it right here. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do for you is give you what they call a Texas rig, which is a little weight here. This weight will help it go through the weeds, right?
I never really bass before. I'm a trout type of guy. I'm from Oregon. So.
Oh, okay. Oregon's got some good bass.
Yeah, so I haven't really.
Never really done it that much. So this rig I'm about to tie on for you works really well, okay?
All right.
I'm going to give you some baits too, some of those things.
Okay.
I caught a giant bass just last Monday on one of these baits. Like
On here? On this lake?
not on this lake, on a lake very similar to this lake, but this lake has the big bass on it.
Yeah.
I caught like literally a 10-pounder.
No way.
Yeah. On almost this exact rig that I'm going to set up for you here. Where'd those fingernails go? Yeah, no worries. So what you do is you let this weight fall down next to your hook like this, right?
Okay.
And then you rig up your worm. These are kind of special because you really can't find them in California, but they're a company that sponsors me for fishing, so I can get them pretty easy. So you take it, I'm going to give you a couple of them. You just take it and kind of run it through the head like that until it gets to that bend. Then you poke it through. Then you run it around until it comes all the way up and that shank kind of comes out.
Yeah.
Then you just run this through the middle where it's kind of even. And it kind of lays like that. And you just take that tip and kind of bury it in those little ribs and see it's like, they call that Texas rig with a non-exposed hook. And when you throw that out there, that'll come through those weeds really good. And this smell that bait. It smells like garlic, right?
Yeah.
The fish love that. I don't know why they love it, but they do. So just throw it out there, you let it sink all the way to the bottom, and you just kind of shake your rod like this. Just a little bit of movement on the rod so it kind of wiggles, and then you just reel up the slack and then do all that, and you'll catch some fish.
Sounds good. Thank you, man.
No problem. So let me grab this stuff and I'll give you a couple of those colors, and I got another color that's really good too.
Sounds good.
So here's another one of these. Don't leave these in the sun if you can, because they'll get really, really soft and start kind of coming apart on you, because they're a soft plastic anyway. And this is the color I'm actually getting ready to probably tie on right here. That's the color I caught that 10-pounder on right there. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. You're welcome.
Show me how to do it.
Yeah, no problem. Like I said, it works. So just, when you cast, just kind of do like this. Just kind of cast out there as far as you can, because the weeds are out there. Give your rod lots of line so it'll sink kind of straight down where it lands. And then you can always tell when your line has hit the bottom, because I've got a pretty heavy bait on there. But you'll see your line won't be moving out. Like, see how mine's moving out right now? Yeah. That's because I'm reeling it up. But I know it's on the bottom, and then you can just shake it like that and then let it sit.
Okay.
And then keep your line tight. See how it's pointing straight at the bait?
And then if you keep your, you can feel when there's a bite because the fish will just hit it hard. And you just kind of move it through those weeds like that. I'm doing it pretty aggressive because I got a big bait on there. And then eventually you'll just feel a little like that on your rod, tick, tick, and that's usually a fish. And you just wait half a second and just set the hook really good and reel her in.
Good, yeah. Exciting. Let's see if I get anything.
Yeah, just cast it out there, cast it around these docks. If you do all that, you'll probably catch a fish. I mean, that's just the way.
Yeah, that's why they run the shade.
They like the shade. Yeah, it's like trout. Trout look for.
Exactly. Yeah.
Trout get in eddies, right? They get in eddies because they can relax. Same thing with being under the shade.
Yeah.
They want to be in the shade because they get too hot out in the sun.
Yeah, because the water temperature.
It's pretty warm, yeah, and the sun's way overhead, and there's not a lot of breeze, so they're looking for places to hide, and they feel safe in the shade.
Yeah.
So.
Thanks again, man.
Yeah, you're welcome. Good luck. Hey, did it catch one? Awesome. Good job, buddy. Nice fish. That's awesome. Got one, Bill. Little guy. I was hoping to find one more dumb fish, but one more dumb fish.